everyone, this is FantasyEsque and welcome back to The Sims 4 Vampire Amazon Royal Saga with the Salazar Coven. We are picking up with our champion, our evil champion, Lady Guinevere Salazar, who is very quickly becoming one of my favorite characters. It is time for us to finally breed her. So she has stepped up to the plate for various reasons. She's fallen out of favor with the queen, and she wants to get back some of that closeness she had with the monarch by doing her part and producing a daughter or even a son for the army, because the vampiresses, they're looking for boys as well as girls. Obviously her prestige will increase with the birth of a baby girl, but as Queen Eden kind of said in the beginning, I suppose under Guinevere's instruction, but boys are also welcome because that will help us rebuild the army. And also, the boys we're having look so cute. Okay, so what happened in the mini-movie? Basically, the chosen male, Bryce Ronarain, presented himself for breeding, and then Guinevere took charge, said, okay, let's go, follow me, I'll take care of things from here. Normally the queen is the one that gives the males, leave to go with whoever they're supposed to be paired with. But I like in the scenes with Guinevere how there is this subtle kind of grabbing of power. Guinevere doesn't behave the same way as the other ladies do. She doesn't defer to the queen all the time. She has all these subtle ways that she, says things or does things, and that kind of shows in her mind she is equal to the queen, if anything. So she went off with Bryce. They came up here and they were sitting at the oracle table, I think. They were just chatting with each other, and essentially Guinevere was wanting to take a look at him, and she was telling him the reasons why she has chosen him as her mate this time around. So she was saying how he, as well as, having a pleasing appearance, that wasn't the primary reason she chose him. There were several other factors that went into play. One, he served her very well in Princess Kyra's rescue. If you remember, all four of the Ronarain brothers were accompanying the champion to face off against Xiomara and Jamie. So Bryce, was one of those Ronarain brothers, and so she noticed that he served well, which she was very pleased with. He's also, one of the heroes of the Visitant War, because he was a soldier that took part in the battle, but also he and his brother Jackie, I'm pretty sure, had a very special kind of play in the war because they were captured at one point. They were patrolling the area, they were captured, and then the queen at the time had to essentially negotiate with the Visitant Prince to have them released. So even though, they were captured, I feel like there's a lot of stories about how they bravely tried to fight off the Visitants, and then, people were so happy that they were rescued, so they do have a bit of a kind of hero status, I feel. And then he's from an ancient bloodline, the Ronarain bloodline, and I feel like Guinevere being a champion, that would be very, very appealing to her, wanting to breed in an ancient champion bloodline with her lineage, so that, her children have kind of the best of both worlds. So those are all the things, characteristics, and also she said that his moral characteristics align with hers. So we know that she's evil, and guys, so is Bryce. Bryce is evil. So he's got, the type of, I suppose, personality even that she would like to pass on to her child, because I think she associates that with intelligence and cunning, and those are all the qualities she wants in her offspring, whether it is a boy or a girl. So let us dive in and get this breeding done. I honestly am just as excited for this breeding as I was for Lagatha's breeding, because at the time, Lagatha was my favorite character. But slowly, you know, Guinevere is becoming equal to her. I think at this point she is equal to her. So I am just as excited for Guinevere to have her baby. Honestly, probably more excited than I was for any of the princesses to be born. The birth of the princesses is a huge deal. It always is. And I am always excited. I mean, we had Kyra and then Juno. But because Eden isn't a favorite character of mine, I think she's my least favorite. I can't be like that excited about her breedings. I think if anything, I've been excited about the males she's been paired with. But with Guinevere, I'm actually excited for Guinevere to have a kid. So, okay, let's get these two chatting. Come on. Let's compliment outfit, get conversing, and then we'll hopefully discuss evil plans. They're both evil, so they'll probably enjoy that quite a bit. Okay, Guinevere. Hopefully nobody disturbs them. I mean, right now in the castle, we've got our new physician who has had her makeover. We'll take a look at her in a second. We've got Lady Serana, and I just realized I forgot to give her the title, which I have to go ahead and do. But we've got Lady Serana, and then we have currently the Queen's closest council member, Lady Lagatha, who is staying with us. And obviously Guinevere has to, because she is going to be pregnant this time around. So, okay, let's try and start having a pleasant discussion. And then we will ease into some of the romance. Let's brighten his day. Well, already did that. Hold on a second. Let's goof around. Why not? Pleasant conversation? Nice. Okay, now we're gonna go ahead and dive in to some of the romance. So let's compliment his appearance. Let's go ahead and flirt with him. Let's see. Flirtation. We'll do a pickup line. Why not? And then affection, maybe? No. We don't want to. Let's try and embrace. And I'll take a closer look at Bryce here in a second in some good lighting. But any child, well, the males can have a little bit of randomization in their genes in terms of hair color. But if they have a baby girl, she will have brown hair and she will have periwinkle eyes, because Bryce has periwinkle eyes, which I feel like is quite exciting. Okay, nice. Let's hold hands. Things are getting amorous between the two of them, which is good. And he has a bad reputation? Okay, we'll dive in for that first kiss. Oh, that's funny. He has a bad reputation. I mean, these two evil Sims. Who knows what kind of child they'll have. It'll be interesting if their child is just as evil as them. But also it'd be interesting if their child came out like the complete opposite and ended up being good. I feel like that would be a disappointment to Guinevere more than anything else. Okay, you guys, let's dive in here. And let's get her to conceive. Come on, Guinevere. Here we go. I feel like that was pretty quick. I feel like we were able to get stuff sorted pretty quick. Okay, you two. Now, unlike Luciano was also evil and he hated children. Bryce doesn't hate children. He's just evil. Like, what are his traits? He's evil, adventurous, and creative. So there is that. Okay, here we go. Hopefully it's good news for Guinevere. So we've got this going on. I feel like we've got a ton of events that are going to start piling up not long after this, so I suppose including this, we have the Blood Bowl coming up. The day after the Blood Bowl, Sarana is aging up into an adult. The day after that probably is when Guinevere is going to have her baby, so there are a lot of things currently happening. What's going on with this? No, don't pick it up. Don't pick it up. You shouldn't even have an occupation at this point. Your occupation is being a soldier. Just saying, Bryce. Just saying. Okay. Well, that's fine. We can always pull him out of his job if we need to. But there they go. And honestly, guys, seeing these two in the mini-movie, oh, they were so cute. It was so cute. I mean, obviously, understandably, it's not, you know, the typical romance they have going on between them. It is solely for the purpose of procreation, which Guinevere is quite clear on, and Bryce, I feel like, is as well. But that moment they had between them, when she was saying that these are all the qualities that she wants to pass on to her child, and he was saying, it shall be as you desire. I just thought that was, like, I was shipping them so much. I was shipping them so much, guys. I don't know about you, but I definitely was. Okay. What are you doing? What are you doing, Bryce? What was that? Okay, let's come on through. And let's take a test. And see how... is it... Did we conceive? Or do we need to drag Bryce back into the coffin? Yes! Okay, she's eating for two. Excellent. Excellent. Okay, she's gonna share the good news with Bryce. I cannot wait, guys. I cannot wait. I'm so excited. So excited. Like, way more excited than any of Eden's children. Which is sad, but Eden is my least favorite character. Hands down, I have to say. Okay. I think, I don't know. Personality and appearance. Like, both. She's my least favorite character for both. And I realize that Guinevere and Eden are twins and they look exactly the same, but I think I just like Guinevere's style more, and I also love Guinevere's personality a lot more. Okay. Before I get sidetracked. So, we need to go ahead and organize her birth party. So we've got 1, 2, 3. So it'll be Friday, 6 a.m. because we kind of let the time roll a bit. Okay. So Friday, 6 a.m. We'll just have a regular house party. And then these guys are going to be the host. Yes, they'll be the host. Anyone else we're friends with, we're close to, we know of? We'll stick with these guys. And then we'll get Bryce, he's an important guest, of course. On Meredith, Catherine, Elaine is not going to be allowed to attend this birth. Remember, the last birth was Luciano's child, and Luciano wanted Elaine to be there. And originally when the queen conceived that child, Elaine was invited to the event, but obviously a lot of the things with Xiomara happened after that point. So, you know, under special circumstances she was allowed to attend, but because we know she's supposed to be under watch and she's supposed to be currently confined in Castle Shiva, we won't invite her to this particular birth. So we'll do that. And then let's take a look. Okay, we've covered those guys. I definitely want to invite Prince Rusty, and don't we know? That's unfortunate that we don't know the other kid, Ari. But we'll invite Princess Cara and Lord Channing. And then, which of the males do you want to invite? I mean, she's not that close with Luciano or Blaze, but, you know, they would be uncles of this kid. So I feel like that would be, like, it would be a good idea to invite them. Even Lord Frederick, I feel like would be a good idea. Jamie, definitely not. I feel like now Jamie's gonna start being excluded from a lot of the family things, almost like a social punishment for him. He lives with Frederick right now, but I do think he would stop being excluded from a lot of these things. So, okay, we'll invite maybe Blaze and Luciano, because, you know, they're Bryce's brothers. And Frederick, we'll invite him. And I think that should be good. I don't feel like it's important or necessary to invite anyone else. And then it's going to be at Eden's Court, yes. Oh, we'll do it at 6 a.m. So excellent. And basically, if you look at the calendar, these are the things currently coming up. So we do have the Blood Bowl, we have Serana's birthday, and then we have the birth that's going to happen on Friday. So quite a few things that are piling up. Okay, now I want to take a look at, oh, actually, before we do anything, I want to take a look at Bryce. Because I said we were going to give him a little bit of attention so we can check out his beautiful genetics. Okay, well, should we face the light? The other way, maybe? Okay. Yeah, this is better. Let's check out... No! Wrong way, my dude. Wrong way. Supposed to be facing this way. Face this light. Everything's brighter and nicer. Okay, good, good, good. So here we go, guys. Here is Bryce. Just like every other Ron Rain, he is good looking in my opinion. And he's got those beautiful big bug eyes that I love. And the periwinkle. Now we've, I think, right now only seen the periwinkle eyes on the physicians. So Xiomara and Serana both have periwinkle eyes. But finally see it on one of the males. And so this eye color is going to be passed on to Guinevere's baby, whether it is a boy or a girl. If it's a girl, she'll also have the brown hair that Bryce does. But if it's a boy, who knows? He might mutate a hair color. Just like Ari did. Ari's father had brown hair. But he, because his father's Frederick, but he flippin' got like the golden blonde hair from, you know, Myron's side of the family. So we've got that going on with Bryce. Now, the one thing that I feel is unfortunate is because Bryce and his brother did not inherit the dusky skin tone. We're kind of losing out on that, which breaks my heart. It really does. But this child, for sure, is going to be fair-skinned. For sure. But that's okay. Fingers crossed it is going to be a good-looking child. And let's take a look at Serana. Oh, Serana, honey, why don't we bring you... Can we bring you out this way? Like, we really want to take a look at you. Or you can just go into the throne room to the mirror. Wherever you want it to go. Let's head over there. Okay. I might stop her along the way in some nice lighting so that we can take a good look at her. But I'm actually really happy with her makeover and how she turned out. Okay, I'm gonna turn her around. Hold on a second. I am going to turn you this way. Honey. Honey! Hold on a second! Woman, come here, come here. Come in some nice lighting. She's obviously, understandably, like, very sad. Along with Lagatha. I think Lagatha, she's, you know, just good-hearted, and I feel like she considers it a shame how things ended up and how Xiomara died. It's just, obviously Xiomara deserved it, but it's still not something that Lagatha's used to. I feel like Lagatha is quite good-hearted. So she's taken that a little bit rough. The other vampires are kind of getting over it. Serana obviously was separated from her sister for a while because her sister was, you know, over here and then the previous castle. But then suddenly, when she did finally get a chance to reconnect with her sister, all of these things happened and she was supposed to be the executioner. So understandably, she is kind of shaken up by that whole thing. But this is Serana, guys. Doesn't she look lovely? So her theme is this bright, like royal blue, or vivid royal blue. And then I think she's got some blacks and whites mixed into her outfits. But I just think she looks lovely. Look at her. Look at her. She's got those periwinkle eyes, like I said. And she's got very, like, hooked features, I feel. So she and Xiomara have different kind of facial features. So they weren't identical twins. Their coloring is the same. And, you know, those genetics, color genetics are the same. But they've got different, like, lips. They've got different nose and eyes. I feel like Serana's eyes are a bit more, like, elongated and thinner. And then she's got a hooked nose. But I flippin' love the way she looks. I love the way she reminds me very much of, like, the elves from Dragon Age. But, so pretty. So she's got black hair, just like her sister, but it's tied up in a bun at the back, whereas her sister's was kind of out and open, and this is like her natural black hair color. Her sister had changed her hair color to be a little bit lighter, I think the same tone, like a chocolate color, same tone as her skin, but she's kept the black hair. And then she just has some bangs at the front, which I feel like are really pretty. They just frame her face so nicely. So nicely. But that is our lovely Serana. And then I'm pretty sure I have mentioned her personality before, but, you know, insider, creative, adventurous, which I feel like is, like, open-minded. Now, Serana, while everyone else, you know, is kind of busy doing their stuff, they're busy focusing on Guinevere and the upcoming Blood Bowl and all of those kind of things, Serana's been tasked with trying to learn the Nimble Mind Potion so that she can help to cure Lady Elaine. And until that happens, Elaine's pretty much, you know, under watch and out of commission. She's not participating in a lot of the vampiric events and stuff. But also, Serana should take care to feed herself, honestly. She should be focusing on feeding herself, and she should be focusing on just general care, I feel. So get her to freshen up and eat some food, and then we can do some potions with her. Also, you know, the intro has been updated with Serana's new look, and her quote, I'm not remembering directly, but I think it's something along the lines of, I must not repeat the mistakes of the past. And that's kind of Serana's, I suppose, motto, or kind of, I feel like her primary personality compass, because the last conversation she had with her sister was being told that, you know, she is never going to be safe in this environment, and she shouldn't end up like Xiomara did. And so for Serana, not ending up like Xiomara is only possible if she doesn't do what Xiomara did, which she feels as though her sister was silly and was, you know, punished for that. So I don't think Serana wants to get unnecessarily involved with the vampires. I mean, for sure, she might want to still make certain connections, but I feel like she would not want to get involved with them or play the kind of politics and, you know, manipulate the way Xiomara did, because time has proven that when you don't have good intentions, it backfires. Backfires quite a bit. So, okay, she's over here. She was chatting with Eden. I wonder if she told Eden that she's conceived. She's definitely happy about this. Eden would be as well. Any new child that is joining the coven is good news. But we do want to get Bryce moved out pretty quick. And then the Queen wanted to actually chat with Serana. So the Queen wants to check in on Serana, so she's going to go do that. Want to see how Serana is settling in. Serana has to be very, very careful I mean, I don't know if I feel okay shipping Serana with anyone in the Coven, knowing what happened with Xiomara. I feel a bit uncomfortable with that. I mean, if she wants to build friendships, then that I think is a good move. But I don't think I can condone any sort of romance. Brag about, baby. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. The queen's gonna brag about her second princess. Of course she is. Okay, nice. So the queen, you know, just bragging about her princess. Serana was just... I think Serana doesn't like how her sister's death is being brushed under the rug. Like, it's no big deal. Whereas, you know, the second princess that was born, that's the big deal. That's what everyone's talking about. That's kind of interesting. That's kind of the only whim we had to work with. But okay, what I think I'm going to do now, I'm going to get Bryce moved out. I am going to get Serana to work on some potions. Actually, Serana, why don't we get started on some of this potion working? Now, what kind of stuff does she already know to make? Let's check the spell book. She doesn't know how to make any of the potions. Okay, so she has a lot of work to do. Oh, or Luna. Actually, before you do anything, can you come here and call Oraluna to eat? And then you can start experimenting. And then we'll kind of leave her be. We'll leave her be, and then we'll get Bryce moved out. So let's come on through. Now her outfits, if I just go this. Oh, light blue. Sorry. I was thinking white in my head, but no. So her outfits are in this vivid royal blue, and then she's got some light blues in there as well. So I think that's a very pretty aesthetic for her. Looks very, very good on her. Her sister's aesthetic was purple. So I guess it's a little bit similar, but not quite. Not quite. Okay, let's fill this up. And then let's go on inside. What's going on here? I don't know. Yeah, let's go on inside. Oh, is Oraluna friends with Serana? Now here's another thing. Can she make... She could bind Oraluna as her familiar. Oh my goodness, all these things that I'm realizing she has to do. Ah, jeez. I want her to work on the potions, but also I want her to bind Oraluna as a familiar. I feel like that's kind of important. So let's go do that. Let's bind. Probably should have been one of the first things she did. But here's another thing. Actually, hold on a second. Okay, we are binding. We are binding? Are we binding? Did we bind? We did not bind. Okay, here's another thing. I was going to bind Oraluna, but I'm just realizing that Oraluna was brought in by Xiomara. Or, you know, she was brought in specifically for Xiomara, and she was bound to Xiomara. Now that Xiomara has died, I wonder if Oraluna is going to leave the Coven. Because I feel like these magical animals, they're not like objects that you can pass from person to person, you know? I feel like they connect with one person, like they connect with one sim, and they're bonded to that sim. And if that sim dies, then I feel like that magical familiar, that creature, will leave and return to nature, you know? Return to their own roots. Because they're not being kept by anything anymore. So Oraluna has stuck by us so far, but guys, I think Oraluna is going to be leaving us, and I feel like Xiomara is going to have another kind of magic cat that is going to be her familiar. So let me know what you guys think about that, but I'm just realizing, because I was going to bind them to each other, but then I figured, no, it just doesn't seem right. And I will be sad to see Oraluna go, because I feel like we don't interact with Oraluna that much, but we always see like this pink and purple cat popping up in different scenes and, you know, place to place, jumping on counters. It's going to be strange not to have her with us and dotting about the place, but I feel as though this is kind of it for Aura Luna. She's gonna leave us. I don't think she's gonna want to stay here anymore. So, okay, I'm gonna get a few things sorted, and then we'll jump back in. Either when we have some progress with this Nimble Potion, when it's the Blood Ball, or when someone has an interesting whim for us to go through and do. So guys, Aura Luna has finally left the premises. She has disappeared off into the woods now that there is, you know, no essence of Xiomara left at the palace. And in Aura Luna's place has arrived another magic cat drawn by Serana's magical energy. So we have over here, guys, Silk Frost. So this is a male cat. Aura Luna was a female. And this cat is called Silk Frost. But he has arrived sensing Serana's energy. And he is drawn to her as a spellcaster. And I think Serana is going to start sensing him here as well. So she is going to approach him and hopefully befriend him, bind him to her so that they have an unbreakable bond. Where is Serana? Okay, Serana, let's come here. Let's offer our friendship. Where is he? Let's offer our friendship to this new magic cat. She has been working on some potions. Unfortunately, she has a bit to go. I think she's learned the potion of good fortune, but she's, you know, going through her notes and such. Okay, there we go. Let's meet Silk Frost. Okay, Silk Frost. Be our friend. Thank you. Okay, nice. And then she is going to bind him as her familiar. So there we go. Now Silk Frost is going to be part of the family. And I love his coat color. I love his coat color. He has like a bluish gray, like a silvery blue kind of coat, and then along his like face, and then, you know, on the tips of his paws, and then his tail, he's got this blackish like coal sort of color. So that's really cool. And he's got blue eyes and, you know, silvery blue whiskers. Okay, and now he is bound. Excellent, excellent. So if we wanted to, we could send him out to get some ingredients for us. Oh, okay, Silk Frost. Now, what are his traits? Silk Frost is affectionate, lazy, and curious. Now, I don't remember off the top of my head what traits Aura Luna had. But come on, discard content, work on your potions a little bit more. And Bryce has been moved back to the Glimmerbrook Embassy because he, along with his brother Jackie, is stationed over there to look over the young spellcasters. And currently, there's only one spellcaster living there. We have... what is her name? What is her name? We have living there Azura. There we go. Yeah, Azura is living there. So there we go. Azura is supposed to succeed Serana. So after Serana, Azura is supposed to be the next physician. For now, though, Serana's, you know, still with us, and hopefully she has a very fruitful life. What is Azura's age? She is a teen right now. Okay. And jeez, I keep wanting to call her Xiomara. Serana is approaching adulthood. But let's see. Now the queen, interestingly enough, had a whim to become friends with Lady Serana. So the queen is wanting to make sure that Serana settles in well. I mean, she was the only one who actually was in the mood to chat with Serana. And I think she hopes that Serana will have a better relationship with everyone than... You tired? Are you that tired? Better relationship with everyone than Xiomara did. So let's come here, let's discuss some dance techniques. We'll console about her sister's death. Hopefully she doesn't hate us too much for that. Let's ask for advice. Now the queen's sad as well. Share baby portraits, oh that's so cute. And then energetic tips. Yeah, the queen is going to speak to Serana just a little bit more. So we'll go ahead and do that. Now the queen, she was still betrothed to Xiomara when Xiomara was put to death and died. So, you know, that relationship between them was still intact, even though things had gotten quite rotten by that point. But I feel like the queen is still soft-hearted, and so she's still attached to the memory of Xiomara and the betrayal that happened, even though she knows Xiomara deserved what came her way. And I feel like the part of her that's guilty for it all, that's guilty for killing Xiomara, is probably wanting Serana to have a better time here than Xiomara did. So, you know, as the queen, she's trying to be a bit more considerate. She's trying... Look. Guinevere walks in. Like, what's going on here? But she's trying to be more inclusive. You know, be a leader in charge, I feel like. And it's funny to me because it seems as though Eden is trying a lot harder to go out of her way and show leadership qualities. And every time she attempts to do that, Guinevere is not far. She's like in the vicinity. And oh my goodness, Silk Frost, you like blend in. You blend in. Look at Silk Frost. She's so sneaky. You know, I feel like because of how bright Aura Luna was, you could just like tell where she was instantly. You could see her running around. But Silk Frost blends in with the surroundings. He like completely snuck up on us. Completely snuck up on us. That's my feelings about this whole thing with the queen and with Guinevere and Serana. I feel like every time the queen tries to be independent and do stuff independently, Guinevere comes in to check in on her to see, you know, what she's doing, what she's up to, and if she's doing it right. I wonder how the queen feels about that. What do you guys think? Gossip about other parents, why not? Have a deep conversation. So these are some, like a few of the new interactions that came into the update, I assume. Let's discuss interests with her. Express admiration that, you know, she's stepping into this role and she's taking care of all these important duties we have. And also, I think the queen wants Serana to do her best because they're kind of relying on her to cure Elaine. And, you know, if Serana's salty, if she's upset at the vampires, why would she help them? So it's always a kind of rough situation to be in and figure out, like, how to navigate this thing. You kill someone's family member and then you bring them in to replace said family member. She's trying, though. She's trying her best. But Serana, you probably shouldn't get too close with everyone too quickly. It's good that you are friends with the queen. It really is. But also, learning from your sister's mistakes, you should probably keep a distance. And make sure you're not getting too close to the queen. Too close. And I kind of hope Serana doesn't have any romance with anyone. I don't think I'd feel comfortable for her life. Because if you think about it, it all started going downhill when Xiomara got involved with Catherine. Before then, she was fitting in fine and she was doing fine. As soon as she got involved with Catherine, then things kind of started going haywire. Her motives started kind of going all over the place. She started making questionable decisions and doing dangerous things. So we definitely don't want Serana in the same mess at all. But okay, and look, the queen's kind of checking up on her, like, constantly. But yes, Serana's gonna work on this. But the next thing we have coming up is going to be that blood ball. Now this is going to be an important get together for the vampires to reconnect with one another, and also to kind of show everyone that things are in control. Like, yes, we had a bit of a bumpy, problem, a bumpy issue in the family, but that is now resolved. The people who need to be punished have been dealt with. The vampires are as strong as ever. The court is doing just fine. They are going to be inviting plasma flowers over, or actually maybe they're going to go on a hunt. They're going to kind of show that they're in control, that everything in the royal court is just fine. And also they're going to get in touch with their primal selves, their powerful ancient selves. So as well as a political move and a social move, it is a cultural sort of thing that they're going to be doing. But okay guys, with that said and done, I'm going to leave off. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you all next time. Bye bye.